So, there we are. Alright, again, 2 clicks for the techniques, as with all of my streams. So welcome everybody. We're going to hopefully get ourselves an entry into the victory list sooner or later, after dying last night in a horrible display of hubris. Let's see if I can do better this time. Can't promise, but I'll surely try my best. So, let's fire up the full screen. And yeah, let's see if that will work out. Okay, so I rolled a Minotaur this time because I'm sticking to the guns I know best. Minotaurs are awesome if you just want to force a win, and everybody knows that who's around with the game for a while. I shamefully must admit that I have so far only victories on Kobold, Demon Spawn, and Minotaur. At least Kobold. So, I hope I can keep up the momentum here of yesterday. I mean, every run progressively was better than the run before. I'm doing this time a gladiator because I love the nets they start with, and the Minotaur doesn't mind the low armor at the beginning. Alright, let's dare some auto-explore. Alright. So, let's see. Alright, now I should have all. Yeah. It's a little bit cumbersome to navigate between 2 chats at once, but I have now both chats at once in my sights. Alright. Yeah. Okay. The key to victory is to not play too fast. And that is always what tries me sooner or later. Especially if things go well. But well. No, I can do it. At least when I'm playing the Minotaur. Now the leather armor. We already wear one. A ring of dexterity. 1 point of evasion. Got shafted. It's actually quite lucky. Sort of. Let's just hope I don't run into any super nasty unique. Also let me know if the music is too loud. I did make it a little bit louder than the last couple of times because I love White Bat Audio's music. So, thanks to the wonderful person making these copyright-free bangers. Check this guy out, it's really awesome. So, scale mail time! Let's drop that EV in exchange for sweet, sweet AC. In case you're not familiar, evasion nullifies damage completely, while armor class lowers the damage done. So, smack the rat. I want to get back upstairs. I wasn't done there. Almost, but thing is, Dungeon 2 can be really dangerous at times. There we go. Feeling much, much better now. So, yeah, we were missing a rat. Yeah, baby, chainmail. Alright, armor's getting heavier and heavier, and I don't mind it at all. Alright, I was afraid you would say that. Give me a sec. There we go. Should be now a smidge lower. And so far I haven't found any good focus or zoom methods. Besides this one, maybe this will help. Let's go for something like that. So you were complaining yesterday that things are bad to read. I sadly can't pronounce your name. I really am sorry, but just let me know how I can call you. I don't want to insult your name, you know. Okay, but luckily, wonderful. Yeah, it struck me after the stream that I could just use the regular zoom function that you can use on all the browsers, you know. And it seems as if the game is even optimized when you do that. So. Chaos, so hi there. Bez Jelu or Kelu? I love languages, and I have that that inner urge to make it right, you see. Alright, so let's see. I have almost no money. And let me say goodnight to my wife real quick. So, family's coming back tomorrow. We're on a little mini vacation with the parents-in-law. They're living far down south in Germany, so grandparent visit time. Alright, I say I'll call you Bez from now on. That's okay. Pick a middle ground. Okay, that's a lot of shops here on D2. And I forgot to ID my scrolls. So still, 30 gold don't get me far. But this is an interesting assortment of things. Poison resistance chainmail, not bad. I'd much prefer a really nice plate armor, but you can't have it all. This is already pretty nice though. Okay. AC +1. Cloak achieved. A glowing morning star. Yummy. Alright, that's going to be our first part-time goal. So I hope the music volume is now to at a better spot. It's a lot of scrolls. Dang it. I'm so tempted to buy them, but I want to save my money. Personal. So Ghost, hello there, you generous, kind man. I appreciate. Happy to see you. Happy weekend, y'all.
This is very personal.
So, let's ID some scrolls. Enchant armor. Let's enchant that hat. Scroll of poison. Scroll of brand weapon.
This is very personal.
Veil of vulnerability. Scroll of vulnerability. Ugh. I saw Ghost. Always a pleasure to see you.
This is very personal.
Alright, so we got an ID scroll now. Among these, I don't want to waste the rest of my scrolls. Do you see that, Heist Beast? Yikes.
This is very personal.
It's at least one level too early for this monstrosity, but luckily you can easily outrun them. Alright, let's go downstairs elsewhere. Another scroll of branding. Now I just need to stay alive. I'll do my best, promise. A black bear. Alright. Game's been like, oh, you're logging in a Minotaur. So let's bring in the big guns. Let's level up as much as possible. Positive energy, that's what we need. It's best against undead. Okay. Come here, boy. So, oh, my skills are really horribly low at this point. So I'm carefully treading the waters here. Two enemies that I don't want to meet. But the fun part is, You can pretty much navigate the whole area here without running into them. Let's make the Minotaur smarter. I dream of a late game where I can blink at will. I poisoned the guy. That's Minotaur life, you see. Adder comes into my vicinity, tries to attack me, and gets automatically killed by my headbutts. That's why Minotaurs are just one of the easiest races to play. But I am not ashamed at all during tournament to try to win hard. That makes 3 enemies that I don't want to meet here. Gotta love this game. Trying to kill me harder than ever. Yeah, come on, you. Okay. Good. So, hopefully the ice beast wandered off. I mean, I do have nets. I am fairly well geared up, but I don't have any clue of what my potions in my backpack do. And I'm a few levels away from taking these guys as a breakfast. I'm still XL3. I'm so low level. Things packing up all the XP into cookies that I can't chew. Well played, well played. But I am absorbing all these small monsters. At the end of the day, this game is really comparable to these weird games where you can eat smaller things, but larger things do eat you. It's a very similar concept in the general things. A ring of ice. Oh boy. You there, fat boy. You're not really impressed by my ring of ice. You're not a man of culture. But, come on, bear. Bear off. I want to see the ice beast. Which one is it? This one. Right. So yeah, all these .io games exactly. My son loves to play them, and I had that moment where I realized that taking fights that you can't win is the same as trying to eat something that's bigger than you. Jessica, robe of cold resistance. All right, Jessica, eat a net and my wrath. So let's put that ring of ice on. Ow! Alright, I don't really have any alternatives, but look at that treasure. Let's just hope I can take that thing down. Alright, that was a risky one, I'm well aware of that. I should have thrown a net on this guy. Let's be smarter next time. That net was available and it was not smart to not throw it on. Instead, I took an unnecessary risk of dying. Anyways, I'm done scolding myself now. So, the tower shield, I'd love to equip that, but it will make me slower than I already am. And that's not a smart idea. So, let's celebrate Net Day. There we go. It's a one-way ticket though. But I'm tired of being bossed around by these monsters here. Let's save the last net and avoid the ogre. Ugh. Do I want that? I mean, technically I don't need to be as afraid of the iguana as I usually am. 2 reasons. For one, I'm playing a Minotaur. I have more natural weapons than my dwarf last night. And I have a venomous weapon, which whittles these guys down quite easily, even if I don't deal much damage. Okay, give me something like this. Yes, perfect. Okay, that is a very, very nice thing. An amulet of magic regeneration, that is pretty much borderline useless. Let's get rid of that. And tell the game that it can kindly shove them elsewhere. Okay. This is more my style. This is extremely valuable. Oh boy. So if I can get that tower shield up and running, and that Morning Star ends up to be not the worst item in the world, we have a real chance already on our hands. Ugh, that's quite... This guy here with the sling, he's not really frightening me. Let's draw that into the killing corridor. Yeah, just like I thought. Poison does the work. Poison is an extremely nice brand for the early game. Artifact? No, partisan. The new sprite for these always makes me think it's an artifact spear for a moment. I don't know. Can't change that impression. So, where there's one orc... Let's not go that way. I still have PTSD from my sudden death of my 100 plus HP dwarven warrior who got smitten to death by orcish gods. Curses. Curses upon my stupidity. There's a reason why there's an entire topic called Yet Another Stupid Death among pro players. Okay. So, if there's more orcs around the corner, I feel ready for them now. The poison brand, I realized, is a hell of a weapon. Even if the enemy priest is heavily armored, I have 3 potions of heal wounds, and I have a poisonous weapon at my hands. This is pretty much as good as it can get in the early game. This is a big structure. Usually big structures mean big trouble. Alright. What's in the box? Endoplasm. It feels as if all the enemies that should be here were 1 level above. Not even the orcish war parties have any mages or priests so far. I totally expected a wizard or something like that, but nope, not yet. I mean, I don't want to jinx it, but whatever. Dungeon 4, done. How's my wallet? Not fat enough yet. Alright. Let's take it slow. D5, after everything I have experienced before, scares me a little bit. Sheesh. Looks like I got a Minotaur-sized seed for this run. Put the big guns in there. Yeah, early. Wait, it reminds me that I want to remove that ring of ice. While it might be really nice to be ice resistant, it's not so good to be fire vulnerable. And that's what the ring of ice does. I mean, technically the yaks are susceptible to poison, so I have a fair shot. But they do deal so much damage. It's going to be really hard to contend with that DPS or DPT damage per turn. Anyways, let's take it slow. Problem is they're an entire herd, so it's going to be hard to dodge them if I'm in their proximity. Hello there, Mr. Ogre. Mr. Ogre is no longer marked as red. I'm wondering if I should take the risk. Ow! Dang it. I hate it when they do that. You take the shot and you get that big fat smack in your face as the very first thing that happens there. Hello there, Yak. So, tell you what, we're going to isolate one of your kind from the rest of the flock. Just like I thought. Venomous weapon just takes them down quite decent. There we go. So, give me a sec. Looks like it's not quite good night time yet. So... that's enough for the Morning Star. Let's go. I mean, the venomous weapon is not bad at all, but yeah, a Morning Star protection. Just not what I not wanted. Flaming, much better. Plus 3 too. Hell yeah. There we go. That's what I like to see. I'll keep the poisonous brand still, because the it is just useful. Do we want to go Okawaru? I don't think so. My gear situation is already a pretty decent one. And the skills that Okawaru can provide are skills that I have a very, very high aptitude towards too. The speedy attacks, the duel, alright, that's pretty useful stuff. But I feel much more inclined to go for a Makleb run or a Hep run. Let's see. Solemn chanting of funerary rites. So let's see. Scroll noise. Scroll a TP. Okay. Nearby. Okay. So, Morning Star Flaming is okay, and so far, as it will take us to the end of the game, but it is a flaming weapon, which is not so good as, because at the end of the road, there's going to be enemies which are highly resistant against fire. I don't like this situation at all. Let's swap to the Flail of Venom. This is much more effective in these situations. There we go. Heavily armored enemies. They go down like this much easier. So... kind of wonder... let's go for the Venom one. Is it in this vault, the entry, I mean? Really? Very distant now. I don't... I think it's... or like this way. Spellbook. Artifact Amulet. Guardian Spirit, resist corrosion and dexterity. Very nearby. There we go. Necropolis! There's... yes, pretty much. There is a sort of a roster of enemies that can and should appear at certain depths, but the game loves to fluke a enemy that doesn't belong into the depth here and there in between to screw you over if you know the game too well. That's basically the system. But for example, an ogre on dungeon 2 or 3 is absolutely menacing, and an ogre on D4 and 5 is pretty normal to find. So these are the things. Okay, as far as I know this place, there is no direct risk of getting smacked here. But it's all ghosts, and I don't feel really ready for a big ghost party. But maybe there's a ghost that I am good against. Oh well. Artifact longsword. I don't need that. So, I don't feel inclined in risking a relatively successful situation so far. Or the maybe I can take down a ghost prospect. Alright. They got throwing nets, and I got a teleportation scroll. Let's give them some poison. Spread it. Spread it, spread it. Okay. So, I think I'm going to go into that situation. Let's see. If my HP go lower than that, how much damage can he do? 18. I got armor. I'm pretty confident that we got this. Alright. And +1 net. Oh, I can't remember how I took care of the Butcher in Diablo 1 anymore. It's been such a long time. I just know that I did complete it once with a mage, with the Hellfire expansion, on difficulty Hell. And it was hell. Save and load Fiesta at its finest. Pure nonsense. But I don't know. I did it. Menkore. There we go. If you have a fire wand against that dude, he's and a sufficient amount of HP is really not that much of a big deal. Fire wand is the game changer here. So we go Shining One too. Nah. Let's do this. I love Makhleb. So we're going to get healed by killing stuff eventually. And we can fling demonic magic that we can learn via invocations at our enemies. And we get to summon big bad demons eventually. So I think this is exactly a good kit. It's a very, very cheesy and powerful package. And if this wouldn't be a tournament, I would be frowning on what I would be doing here, because I already won this way before. And it's okay. Yeah. And yeah. Ooh, whip of distortion. And let's just say playing Minotaur gets old quite quickly. I didn't want to get the dude with the Whip of Distortion closer than necessary to me, because that teleportation that it can trigger can also put you into the abyss. That is not a place where I want to be right now. Not at all. Actually, never. But that's a different kind of story. Good. So far, so good. I'd say we're going to go and buy ourselves that beautiful, beautiful poison resistance chainmail now, because, you know, I'm worth it. So, what shops did we have here? Armory shop, assorted antiques. We do know now that these are ID scrolls. Brilliant. And I'm going to buy that one and that one. Oh yeah, blinky scrolls. Wonderful. Might potions. And curing potions. Hell yeah. So. That's a way higher cost for the ID scrolls than before, but okay. Fine. Shut up and take my money. So, Scrolls of Fog. Much better than you might think just by the name alone. Okay, D7, here we go. Let's take a short breather. Sip of coffee. Oh, they're a 3D version of a game like this? I don't know. I actually don't know. So, I would be more worried about these if I wouldn't be wearing a chainmail of poison resistance at the very moment. Centaur zombie. Technically, it would have been better to go with the other weapon, but whatever. Poison, corrosion resistant. Oh, okay. Mr. Whitey White. So, let's give that Morning Star a swing. Okay. Twack. What we call a one-shot down here. Poison's just not good against these guys, so I figured I'd take the other one, but I didn't expect such volatile results. Okay, let's funnel our XP into shields, because I want to be able to use that that tower shield now. Because that's just seriously the next step. Alright, nice. Am I still... No, I'm not. Now I am. It's a little bit tedious, but, well... Thing is, these guys can deal a ton of damage on non-resistant guys. Thanks, Opa. Appreciate it. Happy to have you. Welcome. So, let's do that again. I mean, a fire mace is an absolutely killer weapon against these fellas. Yeah, apportation. Now that is a wonderful spell for a magical illiterate person like this Minotaur. Potion of Brilliance. Alright. So it seems as if we are well enough with maces now that I will only return to the venomous weapon if I need something that's breaching through high AC values. Jeez. Yeah. Good thing that I didn't turn off the Ring of Ice this time. There must be a meeting of these ice beasts somewhere around here. Alright, second teleportation scroll. Gives me a good feeling of safety. So... I take this fight where I stand. Not really... Okay, we need to wait for it. The alarm trap. If I run into this, I got a mark. Then every dungeon monster on this level knows where I am and will home on into me. And I'm very far away from the next stairs up. So, but this guy just doesn't want to die. So I'll be taking it slow from here. Just when I said it, he keeled over. Good boy. You get some stats automatically applied, and every couple of levels you get to select what you want to have. Oh, speaking about marks, I got marked. But since I've cleared out the majority of the level already, it's not so bad. Boy, oh boy, the damage. I'm ripping through a Wook Warrior as if it is paper. These guys are actually not that easy to blast through normally. Good, D7, done. Nice. Let's take it carefully. Ash, hi there! So happy to see you. Potion of Resistance. Excellent. It's very good because I am not currently in... Let's see, RF Plus. There's just your ring mail, which I don't want to have. Do we have here another set of chainmail? Maybe that's what I'm waiting for. Ooh, it's quite an army, isn't it? Let's split them apart. What's this guy wielding? An orc bow? These guys can wield bows now? Snare? Ow! Stop hurting me! Jeez, +4 longsword of freezing. And these orc bows, I should stop underestimating them. So, let's see. Currently add 0.7 attack delay. 1.0, but a big ass shield. The drawback of Minotaurs, let me show. Look over here. I have now enabled vision on all skills that you can possibly learn. The aptitudes are basically multipliers for experience. So basically a plus here means you learn things much faster. Minus here means you learn much slower. So if you ever dare to think about doing a Minotaur mage, you're effectively gimping yourself. So while DCSS is a game which allows you to build very, very freely, you can basically make a mage fighter hybrid out of everything. Minotaurs are probably the natural born worst fit to that idea. And that is their major drawback. Usually you can fiddle in the mage background better into any other person. But the good news is they're pretty okay with invocations and evocations. Invocations are god skills, evocations are wands, so you can outsource it. Shapeshifting, yeah well. You want shapeshifting on big humanoids, then you can go troll. They're pretty okay with that. So happy to have you folks all around. Seriously. Ugh. This is how I died yesterday. Filthy oak priests. There we go. Oh. Yeah. Okay. The +3 on the Morning Star really does something for situation here. Chainmail fire resistance. Ah well. It's far from being a quick solution, but it is a solution if necessary. I like that. Ooh, Ring of Protection. Don't mind if I do. It's a good everyday solution because AC is never a bad thing. Whatever. It should be okay. AC 16 and those stats. Just like I thought. Alright, we'll be slowed by the shield for quite some time forward, but it's worth it. It's absolutely worth it. I don't think I will be able to make magic happen due to the heavy shield so quickly, but whatever. What are you wielding? Just a regular kite shield. Ooh. So, Mikhail, hi there. The learning curve on that game, it's a wonderful, easy to pick up and difficult to master. Just lock in a fighter type of character and you can't just have fun. There's a list which separates the races from simple to intermediate to challenging, and that's a good marker about the complexity to play them. And if you just stick to the leftmost races, you can have a blast with this game relatively quickly without knowing too much. You will eventually fail on the later stages of the game because you will constantly get mauled by things if you are not careful enough. But you know, the learning curve in itself, the most complicated thing is the controls. But it's you use numpad for the movement, and you use question mark for the help screens, And you have to read through these a little bit and get the controls a wee bit into your muscle memory. That's the worst part. But beyond that, it's quite easy. You can't even play parts of this with mouse. You see, I can't even click at things. But would always recommend a keyboard control. It's just faster. Okay. Another ring of protection. Not buying. Long sword of freezing +4. Big one. So, I don't like that mixture. It's a little bit too much. Okay, Scroll of Revelation. Brilliant. Gives me a good feeling. Revelation scrolls are among my most favorites. Grum! Hello there, buddy. What up? So I think I am pretty capable of dealing with Grum. But no reason to take it on the light shoulder. Ah well, 2 charges of Ice Blast are enough. Just wanted to wear them down a little bit. Sometimes Grum can have a really hard hit on you. There we go. So that's the whites from a moment ago. Much better. So now we can just bees. Sorry. Do I have lignification? Sadly not. Killer bees are among the worst enemies to meet, but luckily dwarf minotaurs are really good against killer bees because they have that reflexive headbutt if something attacks you, and they have a fair high chance to just punch these guys out of the air with that. They are pretty good at killing that. I'm also pretty heavily armored, resistant against poison, so the worst things that these guys are bringing up I'm resistant against. Ugh. I think I'm still going all in on these. I am a Makleb follower. That means as long as I am killing, I am alive. There's a really awesome speedrun player out there. Power mode. I've seen him do things with Makleb. I wasn't aware you could play that fast and that reliable. Stay alive while doing so. Alright. There's a priest background. Let's charge in and kill it. Oh. So this is the type of fight which you can only take like this as a Minotaur. Because you can rely on taking things that fast down. Other people can't. And you should never assume that you can with other classes. I'm gonna cut that corner here. Oh, and that's another drawback, because Bez asked what's the drawback about Minotaurs. They teach you tons of bad habits. Just don't take threats serious enough anymore. But yeah, it's fun. I can only recommend playing these guys. I actually made a tutorial once how to win the game, and I made it on the basis of a Minotaur. Just because I find them the most accessible guys for newcomers. Okay. Should be okay. Quite a lot of these guys. There we go. Combo action, but that's okay at this point. We're still being slowed by the shield, but it's getting there. Alright. Dungeon 10. Oof. Yeah, Minotaurs are natural masters of the dungeon, indeed. That's no good news. So this guy can hit like a truck with his spells and haste other people. Okay. Do I have any good stuff in my disposal? Not really. So step 1, I really want to kill the priest. Step 2, let's see how we can handle the Arcanist. Let's go back a step. I could pop a teleportation scroll, but I don't think I need to. What I'm going to do preemptively is drink that resistance potion. So whatever badass spell he packs out, it's not going to blast me. I end up using the resistance potions not often enough. Anyway, so I think it was a good, well spent. Okay. Okay. This is uncool. I don't want to be petrified with a fat boy like that on my face. Let's give him a net and take it and show him the door. So we found the entrance to the lair, and most characters would have just died off of that situation. Okay, so can I take this fight on? It's the interesting question. I'm half dead, sort of. I'm going to drink a potion of might and keep fighting. I have a amulet of regeneration around my neck, so that's healing me. And my evil overlord master god, Maklep, does so too. Whenever I kill stuff, come on, I get healed as well. This guy's magic resistance sucks. Those petrifications, the chain petrification is not a good sign. Alright. Condenser vein. Some self-recharging active item. Hey, there's the potion of might back. So, I want invocations a bit. And I don't feel like stopping to learn maces and flails. It does increase my damage further, so I think it's worth it. There we go. A Tarantella. And the environment here, this hall, gives me the idea that there might be a queen bee involved. Yeah, there it is. But it looks as if I was lucky and, wait a sec, it's just a shapeshifter? What is going on here? Yeah, we need that resistance potion. And the next Arcanist I meet, I need to avoid, because I am out of resistance potions now. Hey, I said I need to avoid you. You know what? I wanted to say net to the face, but I don't like the situation. So we're I could now pop a might potion and try to force him down. That's one option. What does the condenser vein do? I think it summons stuff. It summons clouds. That's not really useful at this point. How are his resistances? Practically non-existent. There's only Bolt of Cold, I realized just this very moment. So, let's see. There we go! Ice Ring. For the win. Crazy place. Phantom Mirror. It provokes me basically to get some evocations going. Potion of Mutation. Okay, that was one hell of a vault. Most of these weird meta rules that you are referring to, Bez, got removed. So there's only one weirdness, but you basically really have to force it. If you spend too many turns, and that means like spending tens of thousands of turns just standing around, the game eventually decides that the world around you has ended and the game's now over. But this was way back when monsters actually did respawn, much more of a thing. It was mostly implemented to prevent people from cheesing their way to highest XP levels by just waiting for monsters to respawn. But nowadays monsters don't respawn anymore. When you've cleared a floor, you've cleared the floor. And this is much better. There's more than enough experience in the entire game to max out all the skills you require for a character. More than enough. No need to cheese. Okay. Alright, let's take a breather and take it slow. I hope that corner back there is safe. Alright. Wolves are only dangerous if they can surround you. Even for a character like mine, heavily geared up and all, they would still pose a threat due to the amount of attacks they can just accumulate around you. They're fast, very fast. I just want that ID scroll. That's why you want apportation. Scroll of Immolation and Potion of Moonshine. It's one of the very few useless potions in the game. Now come on, you. You can't kill me only because I'm petrified. You would need mighty friends for that. So, MR plus. Yeah. Or is it will? Ah, it's called willpower now. Well, there's a scale mail of willpower at least. Could be worse. Yeah, Claspa. Running out of food, that's also a thing of the past. This game has removed food because it was mostly a tedium. It was blocking inventory slots and death yaks on layer 1. Here's the hubris police. Anybody thinking he's good enough to beat us? Oh boy, I hate these guys. Technically, I think this guy is even powerful enough to smack their faces. But, practically, I mean, the only option to lose them is to go downstairs. Upstairs? Well, I have only one upstairs to go out of here. The other option is to pop a teleportation scroll now. I'm not really a fan of that either. So what are my other options? Potions of Might. I have a lot of these. Berserk Reach. So, bring it. I can't even summon a demon, I realize. Okay. So, let's bring a Potion of Might. Because honestly, I don't feel like this is a fight that I want to take without supplements. Because these guys are red bordered and they are practically among the very, very worst of the disgruntled enemies downstairs here. Any more of your kind? Not bad. I took that basically without a scratch. This means I'm overpowered. No, doesn't mean that. Bad brain. Bad. Shoo. Scroll of Brown Weapon. Is there another Morning Star? A +2 one. Nice. Everybody's just out there to get you. There's no infighting between factions. And like I said, there's more than enough dungeon branches available to get more experience than your character possibly needs, as a matter of fact. Level 27 is max, and if you have cleared enough areas of the game, you will have everything maxed out that you want to max out. Thing is, there's 15 runes hidden in the game. You need 3 runes to win the game. The other 12 are optional and bring extra points, so to speak, for being cool. But what I'm trying to get down to is there's 4 times more content to beat than you need to beat to actually win the game. Unsavory Death, hello there. Yes, this is version 0.33. I don't know if the trunk is currently in a newer version than that, but since I want to compete in the tournament, no trunk for me. Okay. Hello, Yak. There we go. It's a nice narrow corner. It's quite sick how this character is brutalizing enemies that usually are among the most scary things that you could meet down here. Blink! Alright. Nice. So I got Blink and Apportation. Now I just need to learn translocations eventually. I'll put that at the end of my to-do list though. Because that's literally one of the least important things to do. Thanks, Unsavory. That's really nice of you. A unique scarab talisman. Dang it. What a time to be not a shapeshifter. Ah! Help! Still wearing that ring of ice, I need to take that off. But maybe after I've killed the ice drake here, huh? So, let's see. Maybe put on the ring of corrosion, resist corrosion for a while. It's the next most common thing to happen down here. Yeah. Turn me to stone. Doesn't help you either. Blink frog! I hate blink frogs. Okay. But the Makleb healing and the regeneration amulet is pretty big. Well, yeah, I agree. 0.33 is really, so far, one of the most fun iteration of the game that I had. Club planned. It's just so much cool things. And the challenge is exactly where I like it. What are you? Healing abilities. Okay. Vampiric Bite and Heal Other. Oh, shush. We got Spider Pit. I hate Spider Pit. Just so you know. Spider Pit is a nightmare for fighter type characters. The webs, they disable your shield. And some enemies can web you while they're attacking you. And they just got so many anti-fighter skills down there, it's just a pain. And speaking about pain, there's been too much pain there. Yak and Elephant, that is where I draw the line. Invocations level 6. Nice. I'm still being slowed by my shield, but only a very, very tiny amount. Boy, oh boy. Taking down the elephants with ease. Alright, this is a bad situation. I saw there is a water nymph and a hydra. Water nymphs are especially nasty customers. They create water, which makes you fight worse. Ooh, hello Nessos. Net to the face! Oh no. I don't like the situation here at all. That basilisk is bad news. Let's do the infernal servant thing. There, great. So, I got so many scrolls of blinking. I'm out of here. The situation went south in such a fundamental way. Not only did I not get the clear shot on Nessus, one of the demons I summoned turned against me, and I was standing right next to God. A basilisk. I hate water nymphs. Whew. There's Nessus again. So we're going to Ice Blast, dude. There we go. So I killed my own demon that I unleashed on Earth. There we go. That's how you do it correctly. So there's the Hydra. I mean, I see a fair chance that I will just smash that thing. But if not, what then? Ah, well. I had no good answer to that question, but I knew my battle stats. But I should never do that again. In all honesty, that was a dumb move. Only because you get off with a dumb move doesn't make it all of a sudden a smart move. Yeah, usually I have characters with a better magic resistance, but obviously Minotaurs are easy to petrify. Sky Shark! That's the embodiment of scary flying shark, you see. There we go. Minotaur beats Sky Shark. I don't know why this amuses me so hard, but it does. There we go. Why are blink frogs so notoriously hard to hit, huh? What flavor of destruction I get? I thought it is always random. Or are they now fixed? Gehenna, it says. Is this a new thing? Do we now get a fixed aspect of power? I should use that more. Gugh. Thanks, said no one. You reminded me here about something that's very, very important, which would have been very useful against that Hydra already. So, go together with a servant on top of this thing. I hate aqua plants. They're so powerful. Okay. So let's slow down a bit and keep going. The mamba is not much of a big deal. Yak herd in the background. And circling me. I'll fall back for that narrow corner. With the regeneration and the healing from killing stuff, that should be no biggie. There we go. So... No, the red guy, Nessos, is a unique enemy. There's a couple of unique enemies in Dungeon Crawl that are basically like mini-bosses that can randomly spawn all over the place. It's never fixed what kind of uniques come at a run. Sometimes they don't come at all. Sometimes you pray that you'll never see them. Goes right out to you, Rupert and Donald. You can right go to hell, or into the abyss, or both. There's a couple of uniques that are just really bad news, that you generally don't want to meet at all. Boris, for example, is another one of these. If you know, you know. Okay, let's fall back to the corner here. It's a good corner. There we go. Yeah, my dude is now powerful enough to wrestle down these things at a regular pacing. As you see, the healing is outweighing the enemy damage. This is the dream of every fighter type character. But don't you worry, there's gonna be monsters that overpower me soon enough again. Give me some Death Yak and some Dire Elephant and I'm dead again. But these guys here, we just stand into a corner like this and we are just killing them all with ease. Well, yeah. Maybe I might summon the monsters on me, but then at least they are in areas that are not important. The worst thing are these uniques in areas which I don't want to name right now. So, Mr. Boulder Beetle, are we taking you down or do you take me down? Good, good. Oh no, I have nothing to ID anymore. A wand of charming. Charming. There we go. So, layer 5, here we go. I don't want to do a revelation, but I will still. So, this is the finale. We have 2 finale areas though. Here, 2 layers of nasty beasties. I can already tell. Ooh, finally, a ring of protection from fire. That's good. So that Dex ring I can't drop. So. Then let's do the exploration on the furthest end of the level first. There we go. I mean, these endings, they look like the ones that are easy to get under control, but I think we will see some Catobal Pass and some... is that Death Yak? I think I saw some Death Yak. Yep. Ah. It's gonna be fine. Let's see. If it hurts me further, I will take action, but let's see, there's the next one, taking my blows very carefully. But yeah. Whew, it's quite a lot of them. So let's do that Phantom Mirror. Yeah, it's a copy of these. Did buy me some time and did deal some damage. All I needed. And the best part is the Phantom Mirror will now recharge from experience. This is not where you want to stand with these Katobo Pass thingies, but whatever. I'm heavily armored enough and regenerating hard enough that I don't need to worry about this, obviously. When this is over, I'll have to work so hard in getting rid of these bad habits here this run. What does the mirror? It copies an enemy. So you hold it on an enemy and then you get a friendly copy of that enemy. It's an insanely powerful item. Especially since it does recharge itself. There you go. Just for you guys to have a read on it. And it's one of these wonderful items that are fairly powerful that even if you don't have any skill in evocations, that's pretty nice about it. Many of these rechargeable items do need a pretty high skill in evocations to be really noticeable powerful. But copying just the strongest enemy in the room does give you a couple of turns of goodness. Even if you don't get to keep it for that long, it's still there, doing something. It's one of my favorites. Okay. So let's dip our toes into this nest here. Should be filled with monsters I am able to take down. So, I think my fighting is at a level where I want to drop it for a moment, and I want to level up invocations a little bit as well. Evocations a little bit as well. Let's take down the Ice Bear. Hello, level 14. Nice. There we go. Oh. That Raiju thing is really dangerous. Let's get ourselves some backup. Let's see if we can take down the Raiju. Ah, alright, good. So now I'm much less concerned. Let's see, the Hill Hog is also down. Should turn on my Ring of Fire protection if these monsters keep spawning. The Raiju is really concerning. These guys, lightning damage in general in this game is always a really, really nasty thing. Yeah. Now I've seen enough. Give me that prot fire. Lindworm. You can't deal so much damage with that fire breath. In the worst case scenario, that's about 50 points of damage. It's a big portion of my HP. Wintertime, hi there! So nice to see you finally here. But there are uniques that are originating from players. I don't know if you were watching when I was entering the necropolis there. It was full with ghosts. Ghosts are originating from players. They are player characters, basically. Just with the resistance package of an undead, so you can't poison them and kill them easily like this, for example. So yeah, fire resistance was a good shot. Okay, hello there, Mr. Polar Bear. Can you die already? Chunking 50 points of HP away from my... Ooh, a ring of poison dress. Nice. A potion of enlightenment. It's definitely full of bears, this place. Okay. Heal wounds. Hell yeah. Oof. It's quite a nasty package of enemies there. Let's take it to a nice kill corner. 8-headed Hydra. Taking turn very carefully because, you know, 8-headed Hydra means 8 attacks per turn. Each head, 1 attack. Each head, quite a substantial amount of damage. But with the shield and the AC, I'm fairly well equipped against that. Wow, this place is quite harsh. This is new. Mark of the Legion, Mark of the Annihilation. Okay. So, for every tainting, allowing you to... Ooh. New stuff? This music is from the channel White Bad Audio. The artist is Carl Casey, and the guy is doing copyright-free music. What we're hearing here right now is his Cyberpunk playlist. So... let's take that one. This one sounds fun. Probably should have done that not while I was standing next to enemies. I was not aware of the fact that it'll hurt me like that. Oh well, next time I know. Or did the enemy hurt me like that? So, let's see. Infernal Legion. Let's give that a taste. Boy, oh boy, that is silver pound. Yeah. I'd be screwed if I had to fight that. Yeah, they disappear quite quickly. I get that. But I get fresh ones as long as they're... God. Okay. Why exactly was Makleb powered up again? Wasn't it already one of the most powerful gods already? Oh well. I'm the last person to mutter about that. -2 is slower leveling. Demigod is, as a matter of fact, more or less meant as a challenge race. They don't get to get the bonuses from gods. The only thing they get are stupidly high base stats. But this is not nearly as good as things that they don't get. My opinion, at least. Okay, so there's another one of these wonderful caves up there. Come on! Ugh. I hate torpor snails. 2 of them? Ooh. Hornets and a lot of torpor snails. This linked? Is this a cruel joke to you? For sure quite a nasty amount of hornets, though. Might potion. Nice. I always feel better when I have a sufficient amount of might potions available. Ah. I mean, might potions are so strong, they dissolve even enemies in the very last levels of the game. So it seems as if we have to be very, very careful around here. Yeah, Tyrant Leeches are really nasty. And yeah. It's linked. We have slowing enemies and super hard hitting stuff. And super fast moving enemies. What a wicked vault. Hope I will survive that. New potion, but I'm out of ID. Did somebody say out of ID? Oh, Ambrosia Pot. Confuses you, but gives you heavy regeneration in return. Oh, I have a bad feeling about this one. An Ice Dragon. Let me fetch the ice resistance real quick. Okay, so tell you what, perfect moment for that Berserker Rage. I have the feeling that there is another dragon in there, but nope, it's not. Okay. The Berserker Rage potion was excellently spent here. I didn't find the Orcish mines yet. Are you kidding me? Wow, okay. So, I want to go to the shops of Dungeon 2 one more time. Because I have a lot of money and probably new things I want to buy here. So the Lightning Rod, yes. Probably. Mystery Ring? A Ring of Fire. Okay. Ah well. Scale Mail of Willpower, I will only fetch it in if I really need it. Okay. Oof. Let's take it very, very slow and see. I mean, technically, getting from the end of the layer into the next layer of the dungeon is usually a good transition, where the next dungeon level is inherently easier. But yeah, I don't want to be a little bit rash with that. Vampire mosquitoes. Okay. Hi, Yaks. There's an unseen horror. Yesterday I died to one of these. I really need something for See Invisible. If you don't have something, take them into a narrow corridor like this, where you can run into them guaranteed. It's not impossible to hit an invisible creature. Just have to walk into the proper tile. This ain't good. I got it good. Marked. Skimp out. Oh, orcs and centaurs. Is this the space I was looking for? Potion of Haste. Wonderful. new scroll. But no orc mines. A distant snort. I don't want to go into the labyrinth. I don't know why I hate the labyrinth. Yes, the loot in there is decent and all. And, this is bad. I mean, really bad. Okay. Okay, here we go. Didn't I? Oh, I am... God. I'm wondering why that hurts like crazy. Yo, dude, you had your chance to annoy me. Champion? No? Okay. I should be regenerating enough to hit these guys. There we go. It's charmed now. Go retreat that way. Now bugger off. Let me heal. That was too close for my taste. Do we have a decent source of resist cold? No. Mr. Boulder Beetle, I had second thoughts. I don't want to be friends with you anymore. We had to take that out of the world, you see. Oh boy. It's bad. But let's take this guy at least upstairs with me. The amount of ogres plus the amount of centaur fighters. I just don't like what I see there. Uruk with a +6 chainmail. Also pretty unsavory. I mean, on the bright side, I think I finally found the entry to the Orcish mines. Hey, Boulder Beetle. And you dare... Stupid centaur fighter. I just had to do this. This guy pissed me off since quite some time. And I saw a Tengu conjurer blasting me. I'm dead. Low duel. That's a new one. He petrified me, and they killed me. I mean, it is a very fitting end that this character ultimately died to petrification after the many petrification attempts that it survived before. But what a unsavory end for today. Thank you, Winter. That's so nice of you. Whew. So I will take a short moment here before I roll my next character. I will not turn the stream off. I will just fetch a drink and I will turn the camera off for a second. And you guys can feel free to wish for a character class. I'll be back in a second. Give me a moment. Okay, voice-wise, I'm back. I will turn the camera back on in a few minutes. I just don't like to record myself while I'm vaping. In some regions in the world, this is even mildly offensive or even forbidden, so I don't want to ruffle any feathers, just in case you're wondering. So, Bez was asking for an octopode. It's hard to say no to the octopode. Okay. Okay, I'll kill myself with an octopode. We're going to do a mage though. So what kind of mage? Have a hard time deciding. But I think I'm going to go with Earth. Octo Shapeshifter is a bit too hard for me. I beg the forgiveness. I feel like mage today. So, we got Sandblast, Stone Arrow, and the Boulder spell. Right. I will do a Shapeshifter too. So, killing enemies one Sandblast at a time. As a octopode, you can't wear any armor, but you can wear a lot of rings because all of the tentacles. Okay. Well, shapeshifters and octopodes, they should be pretty good, yeah, but there are shapeshifter forms that allow you to keep gear and stuff. I mean, in all honesty, come on, die you. Let's constrict that thing. Another advantage of being an octopode. So, I mean, only because I started as an Earth Mage doesn't mean that I can't go for shapeshifting now. Okay. So far, so good. Yay! I'm a scroll now. God. So. See, Bez, so you get what you wanted. There we go. Stone Arrow being a much better spell. Okay, Dungeon 2. Enchant Weapon. Can I actually beat No, I can't be poisoned because I am magic parchment. Hell yeah. Okay. Ooh, a ring of evasion. Hell yeah. Yeah, Scroll Bean Mage form, exactly. It's the very first time that I used this Inkwell talisman, and it's pretty much awesome to find that early on as a mage. Here's the other one, the Quill Talisman. But I find this to be a very, very bad fit for the Octopode, and you start with that one when you are doing the Octopode Shapeshifter. Ooh. Okay. Why not? Good-o. That's been D2. Pretty quick. Amnesia. Ah, well. I want to abort. Okay. There. And I'm back. So, there we go. Just needed a quick after-death smoke, so to speak. Yikes! Bam! Earth arrow. But I shouldn't take that fight ever again like this. Was very, very short-sighted of me. I'm a confused scroll. So... turns out I shouldn't do that. They use fire spells, and I am highly flammable. So, let's do a proper Octopode Shapeshifter start as requested. So... what? Yeah, I mean... Yikes. Level 1 null. And then just in a way around the corner that you could run, but he can still have all the stabs in the world on you. What a cruel world today. And that was a very, very close and hilarious crawl. This is bad. This is so bad. Oof. Okay. So, well... I do have sort of a plan. Ooh, minor magic. Yes. Can learn blink out of that. So with the Octopode, you're cursed to be forever really very, very easy to kill. Your HP are very low, and unless you are super lucky to get in some super protective rings, this will stay like that. But it's dexterity, isn't it? No, it's strength. Dang it. Whoopsie doopsie. Ah, whatever. Yeah, Octopodes are among the most difficult races to play. I find only Felids harder to play. I don't know if Felids are still around, or if they got removed. So, Dungeon 1, done. ID scroll. Moonshine pod. Great. So, the protein requires me to have 6. I have 3 and 5. Hello there, Natasha. Goodbye, Natasha. Great. Oh. It's Robin time. Let's get out of here. There we go. I mean, one of the big advantages of playing a Octopode is that you have constriction attacks. These automatically kind of like hit if you grab the enemy beforehand. There we go. Nice. So you're kind of like very squishy, but also very high damage. It's the interesting thing about a melee-focused Octopode. There we go. Ice Blast. How useful. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, stealth is amazing, and they are super high affinity for that. Helps you to get that. Let's switch this for a moment. Want some levels in stealth. Having 0 is really, really bad. So we got a scroll of blink. Currently I'm only using the brute force identification method on things that I have 2 of. I don't dare to do this on potions until I know what how a potion of mutation looks like. There's Crazy Youth. Not interested in seeing this guy though. Yeah, but we got this under control so far. Nice. Both, Bez, both. If the enemy has a question mark right next to them, they are technically backstabbable. You see? Question mark here. If I get close to them while the question mark is still up, backstab attack. If I can get close to them while they have their Z's still on, backstab attack. It is much harder to get that done on somebody who's not sleeping, but technically if your skill is high enough, it works. But stealth's main usage for a character like this is that the enemy has a very hard time to see you from a distance, and that makes it super easy to lose enemies that are chasing you. Basically, if your stealth is beyond 10, most enemies will just lose you if you just run away from them, and that is very, 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 very useful to stay alive. Basically, surviving as an octopode without stealth is making the job drastically harder. Hello there, Jeff. Cheers. So many scrolls, I have only one of. The constriction effect here is really, really good. Although that sleep cap almost killed me. Shape-shifting 5. Ogre! Hell nah. And you see, this is with a higher stealth rating, the ogre would probably lose track of me eventually. Maybe he already did. One of the orcs had already a question mark because of the stealth. That's how these things quickly accumulate. So, let's focus shapeshifting. 66% into that and 33% into the other. What's your thing? A wand of ice blast. He won't be using that up close. Now it's mine. So, I don't feel like playing around with that guy. We're going to take him from afar. Intelligence. Nice. If your intelligence is generally high enough, you can basically cast spells without skill at all. That is really, really interesting. I mean, you need intelligence way beyond 30 to achieve that, but it is possible. Only low tier magic, though. And spells will be weak. But you get the idea. Another ogre. And a bunch of imps. Imps are surprisingly easy to kill with an octopode. Other classes suffer from their high evasion rating. I'll just grab them with my tentacles and go for a crush. So, there we go! Mutation pods. Now I can technically quaff ID everything I have 2 of, because I have Moonshine and Mutation out of the equation. So, nothing really horrible can happen anymore. Hello there. Let's see. Yeah. I just flip my ice blasts on this guy. I don't want to have any close call with these guys. Their giant clubs can deal so much damage to my fragile body. No thanks. Enlightenment. A Maw Talisman. So that's been the one with the belly teeth, right? Yeah, and it heals me. Paper boy, hey there. I'm happy to see you. Moonshine boosts unarmed? I must read closer. Thanks. The old potion of booze did not do anything good for you, and I must have mistaken it with that. Centaurs, really bad news. But luckily I was, oh god. Slignify myself. Turning into a tree has a high AC. That stupid sleep mushroom almost killed me. Ah, help! Assorted antiques, eh? I'll be back. Oh, I can now do the Protean. A Medusa talisman. That's a high tier one, isn't it? Nice. Okay. So Medusa or Maw? Yeah, it's absolutely making sense that drunken masters do fight better while they're drunk. I do get that. Are you alone? Sergeants are so flippin' scary. I don't need that fight. Thank you. So, centaurs are only dangerous if they get to shoot their arrows at you. If not, and not. So, I need to increase my unarmed combat too. So, a ring of strength. Let's see. 110% now, and 125% next. Not bad. Get away from me. Yeah, I mean, at the very least I can draw them apart from one another. And we took it down. Let's see. Okay. I've been very afraid to go into this, but the Flame Wand did take down the first one, and then one thing came to the other. So I want to have evocations too. Is that okay? Is that too early for such a widespread skilling table? Let's turn off stealth for a while. Crush. Just want to have a little bit of evocations too, because, yeah, life's just a lot easier this way. Now the Phantom Mirror, nice. So, all right, D5 done. So, which god? That controls were glitchy for a sec. Well. So, random. Let's do this. Somebody said Drunken Master. Let's take Wujian and go all into this whole fighting style. Edmund. Ah, well. I think I could take him down, but I would prefer a situation where he doesn't have so many turns to fling charges of his wand into my face. Blade Talisman. Excellent. Yeah. Squeezing the acidic jelly was somehow not the best idea. Weird. There we go. Let's focus into shapeshifting. I want to hit shapeshifting 8 as soon as I can. There we go. This is exactly what I've been talking about. Crushing damage was really good. Squish. Ew. Bang. Let's flame wand the rest of them. So, they've been guarding a wand of digging. Weird. Yeah, the unarmed combat god, I think it is actually pretty good for octopodes if you can pull it off. Well, that one was much easier. So, shapeshifting 8 marks the point where I can't take a new form. This is not good. So... curing. And this thing doesn't know where I actually am. Whew. This was one of those moments where I decided to just blindly identify items by drinking them. This is one last ditch effort usually. I don't want to be there. Playlist? You still alive? Yes. It's just a big pause between one and the next track. Okay. Scroll of Fear. Not bad. Magic Region. Basically useless. Why did you make such a long break between two tracks, man? Anyways, here we are. No Potion of Death is not a thing. But Potion of Mutation can inflict really, really nasty side effects on you, which make you wish you would be dead. So... okay, killer bees. As far as I know, bees can't open doors. So, let's get back upstairs and hope that the situation isn't as bad as it was before, I wanted to say. But this is basically as bad as before. Oof. I felt a lot safer with my wand. I don't know why, but well. So, level 8. I can now be either Medusa or Maw. Not Blade yet. But I think I'm gonna go Maw, because the reduction of body armor AC is basically not a downside for me at all. Because 75% less than 0 is still 0. Less off 0 is still 0. If I have 5 scrolls of these, I bet these are TP scrolls among these. So... Let's get back into this. Let's kill the big one first. So we heal with these guys now. The Chompy Maw eats enemies. Alright. Time for the lignification potion. Come on. Don't die on me. Can I get some useful rings too? Thanks. Ow. Alright, water moccasin is still bad. Oh, that's what centaurs do to me when they get to see me. Yeah, I did the shapeshift because you see there's this maw effect here now on me. It just doesn't change the sprite. Let's see, the Medusa one does change the sprite. But the maw doesn't. Maybe the maw, it does have a animation change or a sprite change on other races. But just not for the octopode. I don't want to be here! It's a little bit early for these fellas. They usually show up deeper down below. What's up with this dungeon? Granite Talisman. Skill 17. Yikes. It's the turn into a tank one. A Ring of Wizardry. Blink is already down to 13% without me having any skills in magic whatsoever. Love it. Okay. Scrolls of Noise. Ah, well, let's keep them. Hey, Spraz. Die. So the Medusa one obviously is poisoning people. What was that? Must have been my own effect here. This is not good. Ow. Dang it. Flippin' killer bees. I don't want to be around the slime creatures like that. They're bad enough on their own. Fused together, they can easily one-shot me. Too easily. Ah, alright. So, this weird blasty effect is my Medusa form. Petrifying enemies. Getting too close to death. Getting petrified. I don't get this thing down. I hate these guys officially. Alright. Well, how are we doing this game? I'm playing a octopode, so my existence is suffering. There's the TP scroll. So... And these slime creatures are massively out of depth. I don't want to kill these anymore. So, there we go. There's Grum, the Master of Wolves. This is really bad news for me. But, Potion of Attraction. Potion of haste. Okay. Ugh. I don't have anything to heal on me anymore. And I probably shouldn't have even entered the vicinity of Grum. It's been a mistake in the first place. I'm not really that good with playing octopodes in general. Ah! Well, octopodes can't wear any armor, and they have low HP, but they got tentacles, so instead of armor, they can wear tons of rings. That's basically the entire identity of theirs. Let's take these bees upstairs one by one, if necessary. So I think I was happier with the Maw Talisman because that actually healed me. Okay. Ah! Okay. I shouldn't have done that, but I'm already a little bit out of concentration and bad with octopodes. Anyways, so I'll be doing a bit of a break now, and I will be turning on my stream in 15 to 30 minutes and doing some build tinkering in Age of Wonders that I wanted to do, and I figured that I'm gonna have some company while doing so. So yeah, I'll be back in like 15 to 20 minutes. I'm gonna take a short toilet break and refresh myself, and yeah. So would be super nice if you guys came on by after that. Everybody else.